Welcome to the Holy Yogi, where we help you find the spiritual guru inside of you. Hello, beautiful. Hello, handsome. How you doing today? And if no one has told you today that they love you, let me be the first. I love each and every single one of you because love makes the world go round and round and round. And truly, love is the greatest medicine of them all. And simply put, ladies and gentlemen, love always. It always wins. But before we begin our fabulous message for today, I need you to like, comment, subscribe, and ding, 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 ding. Hit that notification bell so we can give you information every single day how you can live heaven right here on earth. Drama-free divas, drama-free divine brothers out there. Hi, listen. I got a fabulous message for you today. We are still doing our Native American spirituality, and we're honoring our animal spirit guide friends, Elk Medicine Card Reading, Stamina Contrary. Did you pull Elk Reverse today? Well, here's the message for you. Oh, my mom, she's stopped doing the dishes. Just excuse that noise. Ta-da! Here we go. If Elk has appeared in the reverse position, you may be stretching the rubber band to the breaking point. You're working too hard for the money. So hard for it, honey. So listen, be careful of undue stress levels, or you might just create an illness. People don't understand. Stress is the number one cause of all illnesses because what does it do? It breaks down the immune system, which fights all disease that's manifested. So it is very important that you do not stress yourself out. Yep, has a lot to do with high blood pressure, has a lot to do with stress and anxiety issues, and all mental diseases, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so keep that in mind. On another level, you may not be honoring your desire for companionship with the opposite sex. Okay. And you may have forgotten the excitement of mating season. If this is the case, you may find that your best option is to invite friends of the opposite sex for dinner or an afternoon outing. This is not to say that you will be sexually interested in these friends. It is merely suggesting that exchange of opposite energy could be rewarding. I know that is something we're going to talk about in a second, okay? If you are in a relationship, it may be that the honeymoon is waning and that you need to stir up some excitement, okay? Getting too comfortable in that relationship, all right? Persistently creating a change of pace is the kind of stamina needed for any relationship to last. Okay, put some variety in it, okay? In all cases, don't get lazy in love, all right? Elk is telling you to look at how you choose to create your present pathway and how you intend to perpetuate it to reach your goal. Your best weapon is the same as Elk's. To stop when you need to persist when you need to, and to allow room for change and exchange of energies. Oh, that is just so awesome if you pull this today. So I want to break it down to you. You know, a lot of times, I think that it's so important that men and women get together of the opposite sex or energy and things of that nature so that you can fully learn to, it's not healthy for you to be stagnant with the same energy frequency. You know, if it's feminine, and then masculine. That's the whole thing of the yin and yang. You know, opposites do have to intertwine to really bring balance. Here's the Maya principle into any relationship that's in existence. That's friendship, that's, you know, a family, brother and sister, that is, you know, romantic relationships, etc. You gotta learn to, you know, wax and wane and be flexible and just be in that energy, and more importantly, not in a sexual context. Unfortunately, we sometimes, we've been so bombarded via the music, via the modern times, via life, that there's no way in God's earth that a man and woman can get together and just be unadulterated friends without sex being involved and just messing up the whole thing, because that's what sometimes happens, and we've got to get out of that. I mean, what I love about Africa, spirituality, just Africa life in general, in Africa, men and women could live in the same environment, like brothers and sisters, or even, moms and dads, or moms and sons and sons and daughters. And literally in Africa, the men just, covered up their bottom. Women didn't even cover up their top. They may have wore something on the bottom, whatever the case may be, because nakedness wasn't looked at always as a sexual type of context. It was looked at as natural, normal, no big deal. And they used to, interact and exchange and communicate, etc. We unfortunately have become so myopic and have become so distorted as far as appreciating the natural essence of nudity without it having a sexual context. Matter of fact, I don't think the average person, today does that. When you're spiritual, when you understand that you're a spiritual being, that you're not defined by your masculinity or your femininity, you don't trip, when someone is quote unquote naked, okay? And that's what I want you to understand, because if you look at all cultures, especially in Africa, people used to sneak the National Geographics and things of that nature and say, oh my God, I don't have any clothes on, because of this whole so distorted, perverse mentality as far as sexuality is concerned. When we should honor, love, and respect it, and not, because in Africa, they didn't look at everything as sex all the time. And it didn't have a sexual context to it, regardless if a woman was bearing her breast or not. Because they understood it was a matter of respect. They knew how to compartmentalize things and honor and respect it without it being something that was considered naughty, okay, when it's natural and not coming in that context. So the moral of the story is that, I want you to understand elk, because I really wanted to really discuss that, because like I said, in today's society, sexuality has, like I said, took a turn for the worst. I mean, we don't think about making love anymore. We think about having sex, which is a totally different experience. And we're looking at body parts in an animalistic way, instead of realizing that sexuality is sacred. It's spiritual. That's the essence of sexuality. It's spiritual. It's getting closest to God. Remember, in the Bible it says, co-create with God. Can't get any better than that. That's what you're doing when you're bringing love together between a man and a woman. That is how it is the true meaning of love, So I just wanted to put that energy out there to you, that if you pull today, that you need to focus on the principles of the masculine feminine energy and learning how to appreciate it in less than in a sexual context, or even the complete opposite. Maybe you've totally divorced yourself of a romantic, relationship, and tuning in the mating season and appreciating, the love that's in your life too. Remember, all things in balance, meaning if it's always been a relationship between a man and a woman in a sexual context, then maybe you need to back up and learn to become friends or business partners, etc. You might want to do that. Or if it's the stamina that you've been overworking yourself, and I'm going to do a video tomorrow speaking about that, because, my mother asked me, my God, aren't you stressed out with your lifestyle and how quote unquote busy? I said, no, divas, goddesses are never busy. We're easy. We have plenty of time, plenty of money, plenty of friends, plenty of business partnerships, plenty of love, and plenty of peace, joy, happiness. We do things calm and as cool as a cucumber. So come tomorrow and I'll tell you the secret on how to live a very easy lifestyle all of the time. Peace. Hetapu. Namaste. Have a fantastic day. And down below, comment and see what, stamina, contrary, reverse means for you today. Love you. Bye-bye now.